So
Word. Well, it's good to see your face. How you been?
yeah, good to see your face too. I've been good.
Good, good.
I've been good. So how about you?
Been all right. Just keeping busy. It seems like you've been doing the same. I see your
Yeah,
them records behind you back there.
yeah. I thought that'd be a good backdrop for it. So
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
What have you been up to?
I mean, mostly. I mean, it's kind of been a good break. Um, I was a social worker, as you know, till about 3 months ago. So if anybody's ever had food benefits, that's kind of what I did before. Just working with kind of what people would call welfare, just supporting people with those benefits, and I did that for a long time. But things have been picking up with Flail and the Sinners and everything, so I just quit that a few months ago. So it's just been nice to focus on music. So I'm just playing the keyboard a lot, just hitting stuff, you know,
Hell
vinyl
yeah.
records, all the stuff I love. Yeah,
Yeah, I know you. The Sinners have been busy at work on that new record. Yeah,
yeah,
that we got to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
a little. Or is it? What is it? So you mentioned there's like. Can we talk about it? Right?
Yeah,
Is
we
it
can
good?
talk about
Sick. Word.
it.
I don't want to just put all your shit on blast and you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Go for it.
So there's like half of it's like way more black metal and half's more like folk or like bluegrass focused. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, you got it. So we decided we are gonna call the album Unholy Hymns, and then it kind of just turned out that like we started having like a really folky songs, and then we had a few kind of these black metal-ish folk songs. So we're like, all right, well, what if we divide it into like two books or two different like kind of EPs and slam it together? So yeah, so that's just kind of how it's gone. So it's kind of cool. So you just got the first six or seven are folky, and the second half is like six songs that are like kind of a concept album about trolls. So
Nice. Are y'all releasing that
yeah,
at the same time, or are you gonna do like six and then six?
yeah, we're gonna split it up. So we'll do like maybe in like 2 or 3 months we'll release the first ones, and then we'll give it like a 2 month buffer in between, and then we'll release the next part of it. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I remember we were talking one day, and you brought up that y'all were doing that because it seemed to just work better in the climate. You know how people digest music right now. It's like everything's streaming, so it's kind of just little, six songs here. Listen to that, take it in, really appreciate it, and let it simmer for a couple months. Then put out, another six. So you're like keeping everyone's ears busy. It's really smart. We were kind of thinking about
yeah,
following suit, especially since we have to record in separate areas right now. It's not as easy. Like with Escape from the Zoo, we could kind of just play it live basically and then put vocals over it, and we could do like an entire EP in a day. But now like one song would take a couple of weeks to like send everything back and forth and tweak everything and get it right. So to do like 12 or 14 songs just seems like kind of a bigger undertaking than maybe is
yeah,
smart.
yeah. And it's like, and I feel like we live in like a different day where we're not listening to the CDs, so it's just like, hey, we can just let's just get out six songs, and then maybe 6 months later do another six, and then put them on CD or put them on vinyl. Like like no rules, especially because it is, as you know, it's a big undertaking to do like 12 songs, all the promotion, all the CD, all the vinyl, all the everything. So this will actually kind of help us like just you know be able to just slowly kind of mill it out there. So,
Yeah,
but
nice. It's good to
but
kind
what
of
about, yeah,
drag a project out since we're all stuck. You can't put out
yeah,
12 songs and then tour on it for a year.
yeah, exactly. So, but what about you? Escape from the Zoo. So have you started?
Barely. It's so weird for me because like I just said, we'd always record with our friend McKenna, and they would have us just lay down all the music at the same time, and then we'd tweak the music how we wanted it, and then put the vocals on top. Done. But now we're all recording in separate places, so for the first time ever, I'm having to learn how to use a DAW So I got Reaper because it seems kind of like a dumbed down Pro Tools. There's no way in
Yeah.
hell I was gonna be able to teach myself Pro Tools. I could watch every
Yeah.
goddamn YouTube video on the internet. It's just it seems there's so much like jargon that they throw in, and it seems like you have to have someone to bounce questions off of for that. But yeah, I'm still kind of just getting the hang of not recording on just a board. I was using a digital board, but using it, I mean, it was essentially analog. There was no like moving
Yeah.
tracks around or, you know, tweaking like that. So, yeah, it's been a steep learning curve for sure, but we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We have Elliot is from We the Heathens is helping us, so
Oh,
that dude
nice. Yeah, he's
is
best.
yeah he's tops with that kind of
So,
shit.
so yeah, it's got to be such a different like artistic approach because like I think I heard before you're doing it off the grid, so you weren't doing to a click track, you
Yeah,
know.
no,
So it's pretty much like what you throw down is what you throw down. And with this, like it's
yeah,
such a Pandora's box of oh well, it's all on the grid. And we have all these separate tracks. Now you could spend like infinity time tweaking it, right? Whereas
yeah.
before,
Go ahead. Before
uh,
what?
before is if you're doing it kind of live together, it's like oh well, that's what we got. We can make some slight adjustments, you know.
Exactly. Also, when you're all recording together, if one person like hears something that's a little off, right then you just go back, you fix it. When we're doing it like postal service style, it's kind of like you record something and you think it's okay, but then like I might send it to Onion, and they're like trying to play drums to it, and they're like, "Whoa, you're like way off time on this one part," and then they have to tell me, and then I have to go back and do the whole fucking thing again. It's just,
Yeah,
it's not ideal at all. It's not convenient.
yeah, yeah, definitely not. Especially if you haven't really like. One thing we had is we quarantined all the sinners and like Michael drove from Texas or New Orleans and Libby drove from California and we all lived in my house, so we pretty much wrote the entire album in like a week and then we recorded it like the next week. It didn't. and then and then but then it was like I did the bass tracks like 3 weeks later and it's like I don't know any of these songs, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Is like you can't. I think we're still kind of working out the logistics of everything, but I think the way we're gonna do it is have like a Zoom call before we start each song, and run through the song kind of all together. Obviously, you can't play it together because lag and stuff, but we can all figure out like what parts are going where, so we all have it ironed out in our heads. 100%. This is how the song goes. Because if we didn't do that, I feel like I would send, what I'm sending, Coy to do bass or Elliot to do bass or Jessamine to do drums, and they just have no idea. It's just random sounds to them. Like that's never gonna work, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely a feat. So
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But what you been up to? I feel like all we talk about is like record stuff and music stuff. What have you been doing aside from? Music. Yeah, music's great, but it's not your whole life, right?
yeah, yeah. It's like before I was working like 80 hours a week with the two jobs, just kind of juggling everything. I've been just trying to take care of myself, you know. So it's like I've been waking up early, and there's this big dog park, but it's like 1,000 acres of like walking space. So I've been just trying to like wake up early and like I hate the exercise. I hate it, you know. It's but then once I'm out there, it feels good. So just like taking care of myself with that. What else? What else has been going on? It's always a lot of just family stuff. Because I have 4 brothers and sisters, so a lot of it's like talking with my mom, social distancing, barbecues, camping, that
Are
sort
y'all
of stuff.
are
So,
y'all all in Oregon, or is your family like
yeah,
spread out?
everybody's in Oregon except for my big sister. She's in Phoenix.
Oh, word.
So,
Right on.
yeah, but I live with my sister, and she runs Flail Records with me, and she lives in the basement. And then my mom's like 20 minutes away and lives with my brother. And
Nice.
my other sister lives like 5 minutes away. So yeah,
That's been. There's not many positives to the world we exist within today, but that is one, is getting to spend a little time with the family. We've been at the family home in Texas since March, which
yeah,
is probably the longest I've ever been home in one stretch since
yeah,
I was, like 16 or something. But So yeah, it's been nice to see the family and stuff. You know, like when usually we're on the road, like, you know, you'll get like a week off or something at home, and then you're back out, or a month off and back out. So it's been cool to just like kick it and enjoy spending time with folks.
Yeah, 'cause it's just like when's that ever gonna happen again if things get back to normal? It's
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
like,
You know, as soon as everyone can hit the road, it's just going to be like making
yeah,
up for lost time, right?
yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. That makes me smile. So
Yeah, it's exciting. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll see.
yeah, yeah.
We'll
Well, it was
see.
fun because the other day, I mean, I guess we haven't announced or anything, but I'm putting out the Chad Hates George stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess this will be the
Yeah.
official announcement. I was so excited to talk about it, but yeah, that's rad. That'll be the first time that any of that stuff's on vinyl,
Yeah, yeah. And
and
so it's
it's
like, but
all the stuff.
yeah, it's just all. So yeah, we're putting out Chad Hates George, just everything that's been released on one vinyl. Um, but it was fun because I was like sitting there talking to you, and then I was talking to your dad because he did some photos for it, and I'm talking to your sister, and I'm like, what if they're all just like sitting in the same room?
There was actually once that happened, because I feel like usually if you're texting my dad, he's probably at work, and my sister's
Yeah,
like, you know, holed up in her room painting and stuff, and I'm the
yeah,
same down here doing this kind of junk. But yeah, there was one time we had all, you know, we were just all in the kitchen at the same time, and you texted my dad something, and then and my sister's like, "Does this look good to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll text Scott." And it was like, "Yeah, that looks great. That looks awesome." So yeah,
yeah,
that's been pretty funny, an
yeah,
interesting group interaction,
yeah,
and we really appreciate you helping us out with that, because I
yeah,
mean,
totally.
I don't know how I would have made that work
Yeah,
without y'all's help, and I mean, it's nice to do something with all those songs, because it doesn't seem like we're gonna record anything really in the near future, because you know my sister has her own thing going on, and I have Escape from the Zoo and Days and Days. So between all the
yeah,
projects, there's just not a lot of time for it. So to breathe a little new life into, because I still love
yeah,
those songs, I still play them all the time. So
yeah.
it's nice to have a little bit of a re-release, I guess.
Yeah, and to be able to master them so they'll all kind of flow together
Yeah,
or
it's
like
it's
that. Yeah.
really cool hearing them like remastered and brighter and stuff. Who
Mhm.
did that again?
His name is Justin Longerbeam,
Nice,
and just like most
absolutely.
things, Jesse, who records our music. He Jesse Payne, Low Shelf. He's doing the Sinners album. He just highly recommended him, and I had him originally do the Holy Locust album.
Nice.
He's remastered that and done a good job. So, like most things, just trying to keep it with kind of friends and stuff. So he did that, and he did an awesome job. So
Yeah, killed it.
yeah,
Shout out to
yeah,
Justin. Thank you for helping us out.
yeah,
Word, man.
yeah,
Well, I don't want to keep you for too long, but it was incredible to see your face and hear your voice
yep,
for a little bit and catch up.
yep,
Y'all, please continue to kick ass and be safe, and hopefully we'll be able to jam out together sooner than later.
yeah. Yeah. So I know there's all these like, I think we have a few dates that cross because we were supposed to go out in May for a few, and it's like we've kind of just like rebooked everything, and yeah,
Yeah, everything got
hopefully
pushed
that
back, and
happens.
yeah.
Like
Well,
it was supposed to be Jesse. It was supposed to be Days and Days, Bridge City Sitters, Holy Locust, and Crazy in the Brains for like 5 days. I was trying to decide whether I should should not drink for like 5 days before that started, or if I should like heavily drink for a week to prepare myself.
yeah, I could see that could be that would have been a 5 day party for sure.
Yeah, it would have been
Well,
a good time.
damn, yeah. There's a couple I know I just kind of said bye and now we're talking more, but that you just reminded me of a fucking tour that we had booked with Escape from the Zoo, an Atrocity Solution,
Nice.
that got canceled too. It's like all these, we had so much cool shit set up that those 5 days alone are like killing me inside. I almost wish you wouldn't have reminded me of that, because now like my heart is just frowning.
I'm just going to text you every day, just a random date, and we
What could have been? Oh
from
man.
the past. I'm just going to torture you, Jesse. I'm going to torture you.
we'll make up. We'll make
Not to
up for
mention
lost
punk and
dates.
grappling.
Oh
Say it
God,
again. Yeah, sorry.
killing me. Yeah, we'll make up for those lost dates for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll figure it out. We'll make it even
definitely
better
so.
in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch you on the flip side. Please be safe.
Cool.
Take care.
Catch you later. You
All
too.
right.
What's
Love you,
up?
brother. Bye.
Bye bye.